been on board from the start on Bridgerton. Were you actually surprised by this huge success this series has had?
Yes, I was, most definitely. I think when we did the first one, we had no expectations whatsoever, and we loved it, but we didn't know who would get on board with it at all. And then it sort of it blew up at a time where everybody was in lockdown. So that was quite surreal and odd. And it's sort of gone from strength to strength, which is a privilege, really. Yeah.
And Corey, are you bracing yourself for what to come, because it seems that especially the male actors in this series get a lot of attention.
Yeah. No, I mean, but look, you've touched on something there, like it's the male actors, actors plural. And I think that, Reggae and Jonathan are such beautiful men, but I think it's a testament to the work, the writing, the cinematography, the direction, the work of the other castmates. I think put anyone into that role, and they would be bracing themselves for whatever is to come, because it's a testament to the entire machine that they are able to produce these glamorous, fictional characters. But as Corey, I have no idea. So there you go. There's your answer. Yeah.
So I would like to talk to you about diversity, because I really think that's one of the great things about Bridgerton. You can have the costumes and the sex and the romance and all that, but where it has really broken barriers is in terms of diversity, even though it takes place in the Regency area. India, did you think in any way that, is this really happening? I'm gonna play the English queen. Is it happening now?
Yeah, no, never. I never thought these roles would ever be something that would be an opportunity for me. I never thought that any doors would open in this genre, even for me, and even if I was to be in this genre, it would not be a person of such great status and of royalty, and it's all down to Shonda and her kind of. It shouldn't even be a brave decision, really, to put people in these roles and to diversify this genre. It shouldn't be brave, but unfortunately it is, because so many other showrunners and lots of different I think people have been scared, but Bridgerton has shown that people will watch shows. They will watch shows where they feel represented, and they will the viewer counts can't lie, but it feels like that the role is so much bigger than myself, and taking it on, it is not any external responsibility, but internally I feel like I'm doing a duty to other Black and mixed race, especially young girls and actors in my position, who would never have had this, had similar insights and thoughts that I did about ever being in a genre like this, and saying, no, you can do whatever you want, basically. That was one of my biggest goals, and to influence and to make them feel empowered that they are able to take up space in this genre. There is space and room for them now.
I'm very, very proud to be a part of that. And in a very, very unique situation as actors, as creators of content, that we can discuss those difficult questions, those difficult topics of inclusion, sexuality, gender, representation. And that is all discussed through the medium of storytelling. And I think it's a really beautiful kind of, it takes the pressure off, doesn't it? That we can see a 5-year-old child of color, dressing up as Queen Charlotte and going to a birthday party, and that character being taken out into the world by this 5-year-old child and being discussed and being talked about. You know, that's where I think the change can happen, you know, and that we can move these conversations forward. And through the medium of storytelling, I think it's a beautiful sweet spot.
The biggest thing for me is when people come up to me in the street and actually talk about how they see themselves. They've been able to see somebody like them in those roles, and that's really, really lovely. And there are lots of people that do that from all different walks of life, different cultures, and that's lovely. And I know that Shondaland in particular have always wanted their audience to see themselves. So it's been a really lovely. It's just lovely to be involved in that, and we probably weren't the first, we won't be the last, and that's lovely. It's just nice that people can all get on board.
But do you believe, as an actor, working actor, that anybody can play everything? You know, and in terms of, you know, in British Film Institute have these demands of diversity, which we don't have in Danish film. So right. I'm in hearing if you think that they have helped actually to move forward diversity in films.
Yeah, I mean, Bridgerton and Queen Charlotte definitely have helped all of that kind of stuff, but it's about opportunity. You know, I've had some fantastic opportunities in my career. Most of them have been straight characters, you know, and I think that I've done that really, really well. Do you know what I mean? Because it's about understanding humanity, you know, and where we come from, that we are messy, that we do love, we do hate, we do, you know, embrace life, and walk through it proudly or not proudly. But, you know, opportunity is really, really important for this industry. And for me, that's where it stops.
And do you feel as young actors that we are at a point where you can go out and or anybody can play everything, so to say?
I mean, it's definitely, I think, opened up the conversation for sure. I think the opportunities for people from, I mean, minority heritage, but then also people from all types of minority communities, the door hasn't been open. And I'm not saying that it's wide open now, but it's ajar at least. Mm-hmm. And I think it started a very good conversation, a very healthy one. And I think that's something that we're very proud of, is that regardless of what our work in it, that's what the show is helping to move towards. And I think, yeah, it's a great foot in the door at least. Yeah.